Hey everyone, I'm Heidelin, and this is the Believe Retreat for Women Creatives. And today I'm very excited because I get to introduce you to my very good friend, Beth Minot, and she's going to be talking to us about how to make social media more fun. Hey everybody, I'm Heidelin. With me, my belief sister Francine. How you doing today, Francine?
Awesome. How are you?
Awesome. And our missing belief sister is doing even more awesome than us because she's on a cruise right now. A little jealous. I tried to fit in her suitcase when she was here this weekend, but
Didn't work. Huh? Didn't
it
work.
didn't work. Well, anyway, we have a very special guest with us today. We have Beth Minot. Hey, Beth, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. Beth is like my social media guru. She's like the person I go to when I have any questions, if I'm confused, and she always seems to have the answer. I don't know. Yeah, don't look so scared. You do.
If you say so.
So, we're going to be learning a little bit more about how to make social media fun from Beth a little bit later. But before we get started on that, Francine, we had so much fun on Friday.
We did. It was what really amazed me is that we opened and closed a full live show in 1 hour exactly on time. I am a stickler for punctuality, and we were on time.
Yes, I know. That was crazy. I couldn't believe that either. And the other thing I couldn't believe is we just talked about how we were going to put the pieces together, but we didn't ever do a dress rehearsal. We didn't like it was the whole thing was just kind of like on the fly. It's like, hey, Princey, come here. This is what's going to happen next. Like,
Well, I just want to do this a public service announcement for all creatives. Don't overthink it. Just do it. And then when it turns out better than you could imagine, schedule another one, do it again, and improve on what you did initially. But first, I just want to say that Heidi sang a song, a brand new original piece that she did herself. And I am going to put the link to the reel in the chat. Everybody, click on it and give Heidi some love.
oh, thanks, Francine. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is a new song. It's been a long time since I've put a song out. So, first time performing it. It's not quite ready to be officially released. So, you guys get a sneak peek of what it is. So, that song is called Pour Me. And man, Joanna just blew me away with her voice. I was so wrapped into her story, and she left us on a cliffhanger. Like she only had half of it for this. And so we're just like sitting on the edge of our seats, and then she's like, okay, well, now you're going to have to wait for the next one. I feel like we made our own Netflix series for one evening. Now everybody's just got to wait until like the next season comes out. So it was a lot of fun. we got to meet some new people, and we had some good friends there as well. And I want to just thank Asbury Art Studio for letting us perform there and have people come check us out. And I want to thank Todd Chipman and Mac McDonald that were there with Tetron Productions and Etopia Festival. And they did some filming of that. So in the next month or so, we're going to have some actual good footage from the event, not just the cell phone footage, which
Wait, didn't we tell them we wanted it the next day?
we did. But we were just joking. poor Todd. And I also wanted to thank Austin Wright for doing the sound for us that night. That was also very helpful for everyone to be able to hear us. And he MacGyvered together some lighting rig because we didn't quite have everything we needed for lights either. So all this going to say that no, it doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to get the minimal viable product. And the way that you're going to make it all come together is when you got some friends that are going to help you out. And so that's a huge reason why we're here as the Believe Retreat for Creative Women, because this is a community where you can feel safe to have a maker space for creating your own life. We're all going to support you in that. And we're here to talk about ways to make it easier to have more time to create. So before we get any further into our episode, shall we do a fractal? All right. So this exercise is something that you could do at any time just to take a short little break, a short little vacation with Joanna on a cruise, if you will, at any point in time during the day. And what this does is going to help interrupt any thinking, like any survival thinking that you're having, negative thoughts, and just let you focus for a minute on vision and what you're seeing in the picture and the details that you're seeing in the picture. And we're just going to do this for 2 minutes. And anytime any other thought comes up, we're just going to push those away and we're going to keep focused on what we see in the picture. And to make this more entertaining for those of you watching out there, we like to talk about what things we're noticing as we're looking at the picture. So here is today's picture. Yes, I went with more green stuff again because, well, the groundhog saw his shadow. So a lot of the country needs some more green right now. So everybody just take a nice deep breath, breathe in. And as you breathe out, really start to focus on this picture and all the little details that you might see in the picture. You see textures in different shades.
Looks like a bunch of cucumbers.
A cucumber party?
Yes, a cucumber party.
I'm kind of fascinated by the center of whatever this is. And it kind of reminds me of like those scary creatures in the movies when it opens your mouth before it's about to eat you. And then you're going to go down the center of that thing. So that's what I thought before you brought up cucumber party. So yours is less scary. Also, those cucumbers seem to have a lot of salt on them. I don't know what's going on with that. And the longer I look, the longer the salt fur gets.
Is that salt or is it water drops?
Or is it growth of cucumbers?
Well, this has to be the funniest fractal we've had so far.
I think that I would like to touch it though, whatever it is. It looks like it would feel fun, like kind of rubbery and, well, of course, with like bumps, whatever those white bumps are.
Could that be pollen on a micros a flower center under a microscope, and that's the pollen?
You could be right. All right. So that's been about 2 minutes. And I can't even remember what I was worried about before. So, with that being said, it's time to get into the main discussion, which is about fun. Oh my gosh. So, I am just going to move you, Beth, over here to the main screen because you are the center of our attention today. Beth,
Yes.
I sometimes get really, really upset when I'm trying to do my social media stuff, and there's just got to be a more fun way to do this. There's got to be. How do I make this more fun?
Who doesn't think social media is fun? No, seriously. So why are you, what's causing you to not think it's fun? What about it is not fun?
Well, I mean, sometimes I think about what I'm posting. I mean, does anybody even care what I'm posting about? They don't like comment or anything. So, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, okay. Well, I think that people probably do care, that more people see what you're posting than what you realize. And you know, we hear crickets sometimes, or yeah. Do you hear crickets? I guess you do. You have, there's just like you post something and you spend all this time crafting this great post, and it's like, wow, this is so great, but it lands like flat. So, a couple things could be going on. Number one, it could be the time of day that you posted it. You know, are your people not active? You've got to know who your people are and when they're most active. That's one thing. It could just be, what else is going on in the news cycle. During the holidays, there were so many ads, and, you had the political news cycle and things like that, that there wasn't a lot going on. You kept seeing all the ads and things like that, especially with the holidays, as I said. Now that that's kind of behind us, I'm hearing that more people are getting more organic reach with some of their things. So it could be, totally, things that are totally outside of your control. There are some things that are in our control. Do we have the right people on our page to begin with? So there's really a lot to be said. Do you know your perfect person? Do you know where they hang out? Do you know what they resonate with? And are you talking not at them? Are you providing content that they're like, me too, girl, me too? Where they're raising their hand and they're like, yes, girl, preach it for the people. Say it again for the people in the back, That's the kind of content. So a lot of it is really focused on that. And it's going to get even more so where Facebook's looking for original content always. If all of us who are content creators quit creating content, Facebook wouldn't they have no product. They're not making widgets and selling widgets. They're passing on our content. So if we all quit making content, what are they going to do? Yeah, they could still it'd be just like an ad machine, right? Well, they're looking for original content. They're looking for great content that people are going to want to share. So I would say, take a step back, look at who you have that likes your page. Do you have some people there who are your die-hard fans that they hang on every note you sing, Heidi, everything that you do, are they going to share that out? So you want more people that look like that. When you finally get some momentum, and I know this has happened to me in my own social media journey, it's kind of like, I'm doing all this and nothing's happening. But once you get some momentum, and I hate to say it's that little dopamine hit, but it is. It causes you to want to do it even more. And so the momentum, that's a thing. So you just find out what works and you keep doing that, serving that information to your audience until it doesn't work anymore. And hopefully it will continue to work. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I think there were a couple good gold nuggets in there, what you said.
Okay.
I saw Jill Vickers pop in and say hello, so just wanted to say hello back.
Jill.
So, okay, so that kind of helps with engagement and finding. So, what about like getting more people to my page? Like people that like aren't already in my space. Like, how do I grow my space with that right people that you're talking about?
Well, your very first number one thing that you can do is take a look on your personal profile. Who are you already friends with that maybe don't already like your page? And, you know, I was talking about this earlier. Remember, we used to have the 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon or, whatever. Kevin Bacon, Well, now, thanks to social media, it's 2.5 degrees of separation.
Really?
That's the new statistic. Maybe not new, but that's the latest I've heard. So everybody's connected to everybody, and the world has gotten smaller thanks to social media. So it's possible that there could be people that you are friends with that maybe you haven't invited to like your page. Maybe they don't realize that these are some things that you're doing. So what I encourage people to do, go ahead and make a post on your personal profile and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. For me, for example, I could say, hey, are there do you have any friends out there who are looking to expand their business and they want to learn more about how to do it with using social media? And just test the water on my profile, see what kind of response I get. Then I'm going to collect those people. So I could take those people and then I could say, hey, if that's you, I've got a page over here where all I do is talk about social media tips and tricks and things like that. That way, come and like my page here, because that way I can keep my personal things personal and sprinkle some business in there every now and then. But a lot of times, depending on the subject, you might wear out some people because they're like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. That's great. I'm glad you have that new widget business, but I don't need a widget. And if I see you post one more time about widgets, I'm going to have to snooze you for 30 days. I mean, that's just the reality. Or as I said to somebody earlier today, it's kind of like, surely I'm not the only one who's like eyes have like rolled back in my head. Like if I see that one more time, this way you're putting it out there. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. And you'll find the people who celebrate you, the people who want to support you, and then invite them to come join you over there. That way you're not wearing out the rest of your people. And that's a quick way, because you know what? Those people on your friends list, they're already there for a reason. They know you. They probably like you or they wouldn't be friends with you. Now give them the opportunity to trust you. So move them over there. Or not move them, but invite them.
Right. So we were talking a little bit about gamifying things and how stuff is always more fun with gamifying things. So if you thought of any way that this whole process of finding new people and like inviting people to like my page and all this could be a game?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question, because you know what? Facebook does it automatically for you.
Really?
What?
So, yeah. So, when
How? Tell us how.
I'll lie to you. No. Okay, so you probably can't see this, but I'm going to try to show you. I don't know if I can show you this on my phone or not. You probably can't see it. Okay. When you go on your app and you go to, you'll have a professional dashboard. Now, I'm on a business page. And when I go up into the top right-hand corner, I don't know if you can see there.
It's backwards.
It says professional dashboard right there. If I click that, it shows me next steps. And then it tells me what kind of monetization I might be eligible for. That's a subject for another time. But then below that, you click continue to your weekly challenge. And there's a challenge already built in. and it tells me what I need to do to get to the next level. There's levels. And I just think that's so fun because it tells me exactly when, like right here, it says get 10 new followers. So it tells me what to do. Okay, I'll go get 10, and then it's going to move me up. Okay, publish 7 new public posts. See, it tells me exactly what it wants me to do. So now, do you think if I'm doing what Facebook tells me it wants me to do, that they're going to like that? So, and
Mhm.
it does. You know, if you're like me, and I'm a tad competitive with myself, not with necessarily with other people, but if I look at this and think, wow, you mean I can go to another level and then I do what it tells me to do, and then I'm going to go to another level? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. So that's just a little way to gamify it. It's already built in. Did you know that?
I did not. And that's why we have you here, Beth. Oh my gosh. Like every time I talk to this woman, I learn something that I've been completely missing out on.
Oh, just call me Mrs. Zuckerberg. I'm teasing.
You know, I have participated in other creators doing contests to get their followers to bring in more followers. Have you ever tried anything like that?
I'm not a big. Are you talking about like if you like my page, I'll like your page?
Or no, it's more like if you like my content, invite your friends. And then I'm giving away something. I've won hypnosis sessions and stars, which is another way of getting paid on Facebook. I've
Uh-huh.
won all kinds of stuff by inviting my friends to other people's pages.
Yeah, you could do that. You know, and also the because if you invited me, for example, to like let's just say Heidi's page, just for the sake of discussion.
Yes, come like my page.
Exactly.
Mine too, like mine, like me, like me. And like Beth while you're at it.
Yes. Well, and if Heidi, if for some crazy reason, I'm not interested in what she's doing, then I have that option not to like the page,
That's true.
right? So that I'm okay with. What I don't like the if you like my page, I'll like you, and I have no, or like you're in a big group and it's like the first time, it's like a networking online networking group, and it's like we just like each other's pages. That that's not necessarily, I want the perfect person. I want the person that gets me or that I can really help. I don't want, just a it's no longer about the numbers. It used to be back when first Facebook first came out with the business pages. He who had the most followers won, right? You got most eyeballs. That's not the case. And I always tell the story about the friend of mine who was growing this page about preschool moms of preschoolers, and her husband's great aunt who lived in assisted living got all the little grandmas to like the page, and Facebook kept showing it to more people
Mm.
because of, you know that's what Facebook thought, because we're training Facebook to go find more people that look like this. And then it totally messed up what she was trying to accomplish, because then all of a sudden she's got all these grandmothers. So she kind of had to get Aunt Sally off the page and all the friends, and get back to her target audience. So you want to be careful with that for that
A,
reason.
a curated follower list.
Yes, and I heard someone I've heard two people talk about this recently. Facebook is going to it's going to be more about your content versus the number of people that follow the page. So you may not have 1,000 people or 10,000 people, but if your content is really good and people are engaging and they're sharing, that's going to be more important than the number of people that you have.
Well, and the funny thing is, I participate in that little challenge every week. And about once every 3 weeks, they want me to gain 50 followers.
Boom.
Wow.
All right. So we are running out of time to talk about this particular topic. And man, I wish we did have more time to talk
Can
about
we
you.
can we invite Beth back?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I
Let's
think we
do it.
definitely we maybe need like a monthly spot with Beth or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that idea.
Well, thank y'all so much for having me. This is so much fun.
Sure. Now, we do have an online community because some of you might not be watching this live and you might still want to participate in this conversation. So, we post a new question every day. So, we're going to be talking about how to make social media more fun with Beth this week in the community. So, you can scan the little QR code you see in the corner of her picture, or I also put that in the chat as well. And I also want to let everyone know that we are working on growing our Believe Retreat team. So I'm also going to put a link in the chat that tells you a little bit more about what it is that we're looking for. And then you'll have contact information in there to get more information if you're interested. Francine, you have an event coming up.
Yes, and it's going to be right here on Tuesday, February 25th. I will be leading a meditation, a connect with your inner child guided meditation right here, 4:30 p.m. Show up and be comfortable and ready to be guided to meet your best friend who you may have lost when she was 6 or 7 years old. Reconnect with her and your creativity will soar.
Oh, that is going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And also, I don't know. Oh, I don't have a picture for that. We also want to tell you about, here we are, here we're back. We want to tell you about, this is not what I wanted. This is what you do when you talk and you do tech at the same time. It doesn't work. This Friday at Live by the Axe, they are having their 1 year party?
1 year.
I had it all pulled up and then I was looking for links. Yes, their 1 year party. And so you can head out there. They're going to have some food, some networking. You can throw some axes and some shovels and some spears and swords and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's lots of fun. So we just wanted to do a shout out for that. That's in Fleming Island. Live by the Axe. I need to put the Facebook event in the chat for you guys. So if you're available this Friday, definitely head out there and check that out. And next week, we have another special guest. We have Kara Jean. And she's going to be talking about how you go from hustle, busy, to nice and calm. And so that's going to be next week. Am I missing anything, Francine?
March 8th is my big book signing event down in Wesley Chapel, and that is near Tampa. So if you are watching and you are down in the Tampa area, come see us. Dr. Tanya Lee and I are putting on a big event there, and Dr. Tanya Lee is scheduled to be with us. I'm trying to find the date. I can't find it right now, but we will let you know.
Was she in February? She was in February, though, I'm pretty sure, right?
I found it. Dr. Tanya Lee will be with us March 8th. No.
She was the one in March.
That's wrong event. Sorry. I've got so many going on. February 18th, Dr. Tanya Lee is going to be talking about imposter syndrome because face it, we all have it and we can all overcome it.
And Dr. Tanya Lee is such a powerful speaker, and I love hanging out with her. So it's going to be an awesome episode. All right. Well, I always feel like we're missing something when we get to the closing and we don't have Joanna.
I know, but that's okay. That's okay.
Joanna is doing the closing from her lounge chair on the cruise ship right now.
No, I don't think she's even thinking about us.
Well, at least she knows we were thinking about her.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So, from the head
To the heart.
to the hands. Yeah, Beth, get into it. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We will see you again next week. Thank you, Beth Money. Don't forget to subscribe to her Facebook page. Check her out. She's got more nuggets for you.
Thanks.
And check out Heidi's song. It's posted in the chat.